thank you for joining me on the channel, Mazarov Tarot. Today is going to be a part 2 reading for what somebody on the other side or someone that has passed would want you to know. Again, this is a new reading for me. I just uploaded part 1. I'm not sure because I do need to put my phone on the charger if I'm going to be able to finish all 6 signs, starting off with Cancer signs, but I'll get as far as I can. Yeah, I may or may not use male or female pronouns, but you don't have to be a biological man or woman. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right. Excuse me, Cancer signs, I'm hearing something about a wedding ring. So Cancer signs could have been dealing with the loss of a partner. Maybe a partner actually died. I feel like if that's the case, I could be talking to an elder. If not, maybe someone that is spiritually older. That is really sticking out to me too. I'm also going to pull from the bottom of the deck. Now, the cards that I'm pulling currently are for Cancers who could be alive. But it doesn't have to be. I also could be pulling for the cross watcher. All right, so let me go ahead and pull the cards for how I've been pulling it for the person that is on the other side. All right. You know what, though, while I'm pulling that, Cancers could be dealing with some sort of, someone could have been born in the year 1972, not necessarily. These cards are also coming out. Taurus, Gemini, Sagittarius energy is also coming out, but sticking together in the situation, possibly. I'm just going to have those out. Cancers could be sticking to a Taurus or someone that is, that person turned their back, maybe a Gemini. Could be sticking together. Trying to not save face. That's really wanting to come out. Okay. But it's coming out right, I do believe. Alright, that is really sticking together. So I'm asking. Someone could be wondering. I feel like Cancer signs could be really sticking with a mother if it's not a Taurus sign. It could also be Capricorn or a Virgo in a situation, not necessarily to save face, but I feel like teeing it off, or someone is like, give me a break, or you know what, pause, or you know how they do this where it's like in baseball or hit or home base or something like that. It's some sort of game that could have been playing in somebody's life, not necessarily, but I was seeing that teed off. Someone also could be angry. Okay, take it to resonance, but there's some sort of deception I do feel with that. Break or pause or teed off or gang. All right. Because it could be connected to a Scorpio and what Scorpio is actually doing. Scorpio has gotten himself weaved up or like wound up. It would be a masculine energy. Take it to have resonance, but it's to get something. Maybe knowledge, not necessarily. It's to get something, or bury a fruit, or get someone buried. Okay. Take it at resonance. You know what? Leo energy is coming out too. And I was hoping that this card was going to come out for Leo, because I had talked about it for Taurus as well, but it was just so much for Taurus. For this energy, it could also be a pet for Leo, or also Cancer signs could be similar to Leo's. And it was like the loss of a child, a loss of a pet, technically. And like what I just saw, someone could be a nurse, a pharmacy technician, not necessarily, where it's not necessarily man's best friend, but it could also be a Cancer's best friend, a Leo's best friend. But I was seeing it as a death. Okay, yes, but I was seeing it as a death. I was seeing it as a pet, like a dog or a cat. But I was really seeing a dog and then also a child. And that child kind of was broken, it was decrepit, it was falling apart situation. But Leos and also Cancer signs could really still be holding on to the memory or holding on to that brokenness of that dog or that kid. Someone could have a kid that's really ill or really sick. Not necessarily take it to resonate. Someone's name could be Dwayne as well. It's just a face of discomfort, because somebody is like, I'm never gonna let you go. I want to hold on to you, hold on to the memories of you. And Cancers could also be doing that. If Cancers is like, I had a pet that died. It could be a long time ago, but I don't actually feel that way. But if it's not, and it is a child, and maybe the child was born under weird circumstances, I feel like the death of another person is just reinforcing that loss of that child or that pet, if that makes sense. Or maybe even Cancers were connected with a Leo, and maybe Leo was dealing with that. Okay, and now this actual death. I don't know, take it how it resonates. But it's like somebody is like, either someone has a child and they need to go to a cemetery, and that child is getting out of hand and maybe could be under the weather. Or someone maybe could be like, I'm sick and tired of going to this funeral. It was once a little buddy died. It seemed like everybody, I started losing everybody, losing everything. Or that kid could be acting out at a funeral. And then also a child. But going back to like weird circumstances, it could have been like a pregnancy or something like that. And maybe Leo's had got pregnant and there was some like deformity with how the child was technically forming in the womb. And Leos are still maybe pregnant or cancers. I don't know. But I feel like if that's the case, someone is not wanting to let go of that pregnancy, even if they got, what's that thing where you can get a test done during your pregnancy to see if there's any abnormalities. I feel like maybe a Leo or somebody did that, and you know, it's weird, but somebody is like, I don't really care, I still will take care of my baby, or I still want to have my baby. If it is, I feel like mentally the child is okay. It could be something with an arm, not Arm and Hammer. It could be something with an arm and the lower body of the child, where there's some sort of, it's not a freak show. I feel like it's more so like, because that's what Diddy's going through, a freak show. But that makes me think of the circus. Take it, that resonates. Where people got paid a lot of money to participate in those freak shows. It could be something physically with a child. But the mind, if that's going to give anybody solace, or is that, I don't know if that's the right word, or, you know, relieve some stress. I feel like mentally the child will be capable and stuff like that, but I feel like it will have a lot of physical issues. All right, Leo energy is coming out really, really hard. Not really, really hard. That's weird. Maybe someone's hard. It could be a sexual reference. That person has kind of, I feel like a Leo, when that person actually has passed away, because I'm going to get to their energy again. I feel like I'm talking to more so Cancer signs that are still living. I feel like a Leo, a sun, a symbolic sun, someone is dealing with pride, but I don't feel like this is quote unquote Simba. I don't feel like this person has a handler in their life creating some sort of picture where this person is like a prostitute, a sellout, or something like that. No. Okay. They could be really carnal, not necessarily. Regardless, I feel like that person has turned their back on a person that has passed. I feel like it's a masculine energy, but they could have been older because they're coming out lucky, yes, but I feel like, actually, I don't know if they were older. They could have been. I was going to say they weren't tech savvy, but I believe that they actually were. Like, they were really good at, technically, algorithm. I don't know, it could be an influencer. Take it out, resonates. The thing is, for their actual position, it wouldn't be, because they didn't find the love of their life. Or Gemini. A male and female energy has passed away for a Cancer. There's a death with a feminine energy. It was coming out for a Taurus and also Gemini. So it could be a Taurus or a Gemini in the life of Cancers, and it's a feminine energy. But for them, it was a negative. For Cancer signs, it is actually a positive, because they are so close to this metaphorical garden or paradise. If that gives anybody happiness, that's what I'm seeing. But they could be at the moment wondering, you know, or like on a journey in line type of thing to get to that. But I feel like they were on the right path. They were on the right journey to actually get into that angelic heavenly space. But it's like one of the 7 wonders, but it's like the Hanging Gardens. The thing is, it's the feminine energy only. That Gemini Taurus only. Feminine energy is on that right path of going that way. The masculine energy, he's going down. He's going down. But it's because of love or a relationship. It makes me think of a Virgo energy, a vision or dream that I had a long time ago, where somebody was like, I really should have stayed with who I was with originally. But I got involved with a principality, some sort of enlightenment. I've got, you know, the thing is, if everything was the way that it was supposed to be for a masculine energy, I know this is going to sound weird. He's getting sucked into like a whirlwind, a male. He's getting like, I don't know, like he's getting pulled back from rest or entering into a peaceful space. I don't know. If everything was on the up and up, a masculine energy would have been celebrating a birthday before he died, an anniversary, but he wasn't able to. But it didn't serve him right, because it would have been, even if he was able to, he would have been rebelling. But I feel like it has something to do with that, because a masculine energy is still kind of, maybe, possibly holding on to it, or he's not holding on to it. But a masculine energy, he's fallen instead of rising. But he wasn't innocent. Like, a masculine energy, it's not that he necessarily got around. He was no virgin. I mean, I don't know if that's a requirement, but that's what I'm saying. He wasn't a virgin. And he didn't get involved with, maybe the thing that Scorpio has, he didn't get involved with someone who did everything by the book and was blessed because of it. He didn't get involved with that. But it's because he would have had to have gotten that. He would have had to stay offline, not be in on the internet or something. But his internet would have been his job. Like, I'm saying, like a desk job. And he would have worked there for a very long time. He maybe would have even retired from there. But it stopped him from their birthdays, those anniversaries. Even if he would have been rebelling or looking for Belle or had Belle, you know, he never got to rule, be king, or something. The thing that's so weird is Leos had turned their back from it. Because Leo's in the flesh. Who is this? Somebody, it's like a mother and child in a Leo's life. I don't know why this is coming after Cancer. They are looking at a headstone or a tombstone. Yeah. But they looking at somebody that looked just like them. Leo's gonna lost their mama in a child. They're looking like, but they at a cemetery. But them like looking at that, and I'm like, they look just like me. The child don't. The child stole something. It stole an inheritance. It has something to do with a bride. Maybe a pope? Robert? Leo? What I mean is, like, the child was raised by servants. But people that possibly didn't want to, just didn't have a say, because somebody over them was like, you need to take care of my child. You need to. And the person that would have told this child, like, this person would have technically not had any say, because that person that would have told that person, you need to raise my child, you need to take care of it like it's your own, you need to love it like it's your own. I don't give a fuck if you got little black babies or brown babies out there, that's yours. You need to let go of them, and you need to hold on to mine, because that person can strike down or kill or get that person haunted. So that person has been memorialized for always caring for somebody else's child. But it wouldn't have been out of love. It would have been strictly out of fear. Like, oh my God. Someone has told me to do it. My lord, my siege, my somebody said I need to take care of this baby, but I got my own kids. And I can't. My own kids don't even know who mine is. Or they think that I don't care because I can't distill in them. I can't distill whatever. I can't teach them the things that I know, because it's forbidden for them to know. But what I do know, and what I was taught, I have to teach it to the master's child. But a bride in a situation, she's like a dead wife. But she feels or was violated by maybe religion or somebody actually named Abraham. Somebody, I know I always say Michael, but also Michael. As well. It would be someone's like a last name, like a savage. If I violated, but that's happening in life. I don't know. The person though, for the Gemini, the Taurus energy, the past on the feminine energy that is on the right path to go to that's hanging gardens, because that's what the hell's on season. And it's even got like fucking Apollo or somebody like. They are at a point where they are intaking. They're turning the page. They are. Is something an intake? Someone died in intake. I don't know. They may think of hospital. I don't know what it is. They kind of, what I say, they're kind of at peace, but they kind of like where they are, because it's weird, because they have gotten like, it's like a mind thing. Like somebody's like back to where they were. They're like, even though like what I'm saying, somebody died, they're like, I'm still at home. I'm at home. And my home is set up the way that I had left it. Like everything is exactly the way that it was left. They got their books, their favorite drinks, their favorite stuff, and they're back able to be inquisitive. I have no idea. I'm gonna say dismay. I am going to say this. There is a gate. There is a gate that the feminine energy Taurus or Gemini is approaching. There's some distance, but there is a gate. But it's down or it's open. But there will be like a father, an anointed man, standing there. That's on top of the green. I don't know. They will be standing there. And they decide, and the garden next to a burning one, I don't know. They would be standing there like letting people in or not. That Taurus or Gemini would have to figure out if they want to go or not. They would have to figure out if they want to go. Because it's not that person, like a father or something, or a God, I don't know, is like you can't pass. It has to, the Taurus or Gemini has to approach that person. They have to approach it. But they are at home. Like what I mean is like they're at this point where they are comfortable because it's dark. They're learning a lot. They're seasoning a lot. There is intake or something. They've kind of turned their back to it in a way. It's over their head. I don't know what it is. But that person is there, and that person is kind of standing in their garden. It's not that there's nobody in the garden. There is, but it's under wraps. It's not under wraps. It's laying low. You better lay low. I don't know what it is. And it's not earthing. They're just resting. Is it a movie theater? I don't know. The father, though, and the fruit. The fruit is a drink. It's a drink. It's a fruity drink. It's got something to do with deception. I feel like maybe that feminine energy likes that illusion or something. I don't know. That fruit, though, is way bigger than the father. It's way bigger. The father is round, but short. It's short. It's little. The fruit is slender and long. But that's also dealing with life. I don't know, but the person could want to come back to life, and I agree with that. I don't know what the hell. I don't know Cancer signs. So let's go on to the next time. Let's go on to the next time. Leo saw Gremlin. Don't play that shit after dark. Leo, all right. Leo, empathy. What's up, feminine energy, y'all? Mother. But she's kind of left her desk. She's left where she would be an artiste. She's left that. But somebody would have been an author. Like somebody is like, but it's got something to do with a mirror. I don't know, but I'm seeing the person, but I feel like this is like someone living, but again, whatever. They're like grabbing their head, like, oh my God. Somebody's in need of something. Okay. Or someone's in the process of bowing. Help and healing. Someone needs help. I do feel. Someone's feeling misfortunate. Alright, possibly. Alright, so let's get information about the person on the other side. I think this might be as far as I go, as far as like Leo, because I need my phone on charger. You just let me know. Leo, person on the other side. The energy is coming out. I'll put this aside because that's just wanting to come out. Alright, they got out there. Taurus or Gemini, they got there. They got there, but they're alone. They're alone. It's not, I thought it was an illusion. They are get a burning. Let me get the burning one. They have. It has become the Alright, so Taurus. What the fuck? Not Taurus. Excuse my language. Leo. Let me borrow that real quick. I do feel like the father let that Taurus or Gemini in. Oh, no, because I just did it. Oh, so I placed it. All right. Whoa. Somebody got the halos. Stick it out to me, Leo. This energy came out for Aries. It's like a mother. They loved music, but it's not. It's a son. It's a junior. Someone lost a brother or a son. I don't feel like it's an opportunity. I just feel like it's a masculine energy. But he was on the low, a hellraiser, even though he tried not to be. He tried to be so freaking innocent. And he was like virginal. It's not because he wanted to be. It's because he was kind of, not a simp. That's not the word. He just was not as eccentric, weird, as everybody else, which is normal. This person on the other side for Leo, I feel if it's not a mother or grandmother or that son, they've been tampering with music or messages. Leos would hear messages through music. And it would be reassuring, okay? The thing is, maybe about Chicago, the thing is, it would be a little scary, Leo. It would be a little scary. Because it would be about the devil. Like, somebody on the other side that died, that was innocent, for some reason, they want Leo to know something about hell or the devil. But it's like to know that it is true. To know that it is real. But Leo, I don't know if Leos are aligned to hear the message, to know about the message, or not. I feel like Leos have had a great loss. Leos lost like a mother and father that were married. But that mother on the other side is alone. It's like till death do us part. But I feel like even the masculine energy died, or they could be buried next to each other. But a feminine energy, I'm just seeing through through music. But it would be like, Leo's is like, I can hear her voice. I love your smile. It's not that. It wouldn't be the person on the other side's voice. It would be like backmasking. I don't know. Leos feel pushed down in the situation. I do feel it would be a feminine energy and hurt and abuse, like they've gotten into a fight. Maybe someone has recently fought, but it would be like a physical fight, like at a bar area. Maybe it does have something to do with these people that have died or something like that. Or somebody is like looking up, like, I really need help, send me a message. And I feel like either through me, but I feel like it's more so through music, that that person on the side who Leos would have been close with or something like that. Yeah, is asking for. I feel like Leos at the end of the day is at their wits end because they're not close to that. So Leos could be living on the edge because they want to be with that mother, father, or somebody that they know or don't know or feel energetically is still around, trying to send the messages to the other side. Okay. I feel like Leos in a situation though could have memorabilia of that person that passed on. Not necessarily their skull, but it's something with the face of that person. Like someone could have a vase of the person's ashes or something like that, but it's connected to the face, okay, where it's around. But Leo's is like, it's weird with that because it's like I get gusts of wind in my house and weird things happen, stuff moves around in my house, or pages open up and something. But Leo initially was feeling really misfortunate in the situation. They just felt like they were at a great loss because I'm seeing like a house in ruins. It's like cobwebs, spiderwebs. It's run down. And someone hasn't been taking care of maybe of a family house or something like that. And it was causing Leos initially to feel misfortunate. All right. But either Leos don't want to look in the mirror or Leos is like, I can't do it. Meaning like, I can't, it's not raised from dead. Leo can't do alchemy. Leos can't turn base metal to gold. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe Leos didn't get a payout when their mother, father, or brother, someone died. So it gets to ever resonate. Leos though would be calling on or Leos would be calling on a grandmother or Sagittarius or Gemini that is at rest, but they kind of lingering in their house. They're at rest doing that. That's heaven to them to stay in their house or their home. It's not devil get behind me, but it could. They've gotten mixed up with gold. A mother's gotten mixed up with gold. I don't know, but it's like chains or leaf or like a rope or a gold crown. Like, I don't know what it is. Leo's though, something's hovering over Leo about a third party situation. I do feel. Or even with their genes, like their family genes. It's something hovering over Leo's head. I don't know. But that's actually all I got because I didn't put my phone on the charger. So I'll come back. Godspeed. God bless. Bye.